We might all do stupid things with our money, like buying useless goods or spending a little too much on dumb gifts for friends. But what you did is nowhere near as ridiculous as what the richest are purchasing. From a toilet made of gold to the 2.0 Titanic, here are some of the expensive useless things billionaires spend their money on. Road rage. That's about all there is to this despicable story. Police in Moscow is now carrying out stops on ambulances after companies began advertising ambulance taxis for $200 per hour on the internet. The ambulances use their sirens to scatter traffic and deliver harried businessmen to meetings on time. For their considerable patronage, devious commuters aren't escorted through roadway congestion in just any run-of-the-mill emergency wagon. Rather, the sham mobiles are retrofitted with luxurious interiors that simulate the comforts of a limousine. Moscow's boulevards and ring roads are often at a standstill because of badly parked cars and a lack of restrictions on driving in the city center. Silver linings. For a hefty $100,000 fee, the super rich can hire companies to disperse clouds and banish rain, guaranteeing blue skies for their weddings. No matter how carefully a couple plans every detail of their wedding day, the weather is one thing that you could never predict, until now. Would you pay £100,000 to keep the rain away on your wedding day? Luxury holiday company Oliver's Travels is hoping some couples will. Since January, it has offered an eye-catching new service. For £100,000 or more, it is offering to harness the cloud seeding powers of science to guarantee fair weather and clear skies for your wedding day. To guarantee a sunny wedding day, the company employs a team of expert meteorologists and pilots to fly aircraft above the clouds to seed them with silver iodide, which causes the rain clouds to burst and disappear. The technique is a form of weather modification called cloud seeding, which was developed by Vincent Schaefer in the late 1940s. Cloud seeding was used during the 2008 Summer Olympics in Beijing to prevent rain during the opening and closing ceremonies. It was also used for the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's wedding in 2012. But now the service is available to the masses, or at least the ones who are willing to pay over $100,000 to make sure their wedding day is flawless. Mobile money. Stuart Hughes, who is known for crafting incredibly pricey luxury tech products, created the design at the behest of a Chinese businessman. Hughes said the businessman owned a rare 26-carat black diamond that had been passed down from one generation of his family to the next and wanted to include it in the iPhone design. Hughes details the features of the black diamond iPhone 5, which includes an inlay of 600 white diamonds, a solid gold Apple logo surrounded by 53 white diamonds, 135 grams of 24-karat gold, and sapphire glass for the screen. As for the black diamond, the stone replaced the iPhone's home button. Overall, the design took 9 weeks to create. The screen, meanwhile, is sapphire glass, an incredibly hard and scratch-proof material made from real sapphires. Thanks to these precious embellishments, the glittering smartphone is valued at an eye-watering $15 million. Previously, Hughes created an iPhone 4S Elite Gold phone priced at £6 million, about $9.18 million, that once held the title of the world's most expensive phone. However, with his latest creation, Hughes has broken the record yet again. Seeing double. Did you know animal-loving billionaires have discovered a way to keep their pets alive forever? A Texas woman who said she paid $50,000 to a Northern California biotech company has received an 8-week-old clone of her dead cat, Nikki, in the first known sale of a clone pet. Genetic Savings and Clone Incorporated, based in Sausalito, handed over little Nikki, a Maine Coon cat, earlier this month at a company holiday party in San Francisco. The company has been working for more than 4 years on cloning cats. The founder of the company, Arizona billionaire John Sperling, funded the research at Texas A&M University that led to the cloning of the first cat in 2001, CC, or carbon copy. The company is employing a technology known as chromatin transfer that is currently being used for cloning cattle. Company spokesman Ben Carlson said 4 other people have cats on order, at $50,000 each. He said all the clones are expected to be ready by spring. Guinea pig armor. Fans of the absurd this week were delighted when guinea pig scale armor, complete with helmet and chainmail, went on eBay with a starting bid of $5. I never consider guinea pig armor a must-have. The armor was then valued at over $24,000 with a day left of bidding and ultimately sold for a breathtaking $24,300. The armor is handmade by seller Sean McCoy of Fairfax, Virginia. McCoy bought the helmet and made the chainmail for his guinea pig, Lucky, who recently passed away. 100% of the proceeds of this tiny costume went towards the Metropolitan Guinea Pig Rescue. Billionaire mud. When Leona Helmsley died, she left her pet Maltese, named Trouble, a trust fund valued at $12 million. That made Trouble the third wealthiest dog in the world at the time. Stories like these may well have us wondering what kind of person would leave millions and millions to their pet. In this case, the answer is a complicated one. Real estate tycoon, hotel owner, and billionaire, Helmsley's long and crooked life led inevitably to spending her final days with only trouble for company. Already a millionaire and three-time divorcee, she advanced further in her career when she met Harry Helmsley, a real estate entrepreneur who made her a senior vice president at one of his brokerage firms. After Leona and Harry married in 1972, she spent most of her time reigning over Harry's hotel properties. Leona was not close to her only son, Jay, and his family. When Jay passed away in 1982, he and his family were living in a home that Helmsley owned. Soon after the funeral, Helmsley served her daughter-in-law an eviction notice. By this time, Helmsley and her husband were billionaires who owned, among other properties, a multi-million-dollar mansion in Greenwich, Connecticut. So when it was discovered that the Helmsleys had illegally claimed an $8 million remodel on their private residence as a business expense, they were charged with tax evasion, filing false personal tax returns, assisting in the filing of false corporate and partnership tax returns, mail fraud, and conspiracy to defraud the United States. With Harry's health in decline, Helmsley alone was found guilty and sentenced to 16 years in prison. She began her prison sentence in 1992 but was released just 19 months later, an incredibly light sentence given the severity of her crimes. Harry Helmsley died in 1997, leaving Leona an estate worth well over $5 billion. She was now the sole owner of all of his hotels and properties, including the Empire State Building. But it couldn't last, mostly because, under New York law, felons are not allowed to hold liquor licenses. This would have prevented any of her hotels from having a bar inside them. With her husband gone and alienated from most of her friends and all of her other family members, Helmsley reportedly lived her last few years alone with her pet dog, Trouble. In her will, Helmsley left her estate, valued at more than $4 billion, to a charitable trust, and most of her inheritance from Harry to dog charities. 2 of Helmsley's 4 grandchildren were also given a $5 million trust, as long as they provided proof each year that they had visited their father's gravesite at least once. The other 2 grandchildren were initially disinherited entirely, for reasons unknown. About the pup, the $2 million fortune was handled by a caretaker who spent $100,000 a year on the pampered pooch, including $8,000 for grooming and $1,200 for luxury dog dinners. The pup also had an around-the-clock security team to protect her from death threats and kidnapping attempts. Blessed. Madonna may not quite be a billionaire, but trust me, her spending habits are ruthless enough to land her a place in this video. Madonna reportedly can't get enough of the $5 a bottle beverage and makes sure she always has a regular supply to hand, so she is believed to spend $10,000 a month on especially blessed Kabbalah water. Madonna drinks a lot of water, that's one of her fitness secrets. And Kabbalah water is the only stuff she will touch. She also makes sure she always has some to hand and has it regularly shipped to wherever in the world she is staying at the time. Madonna's friends report that she also fills her radiators and swimming pools with the stuff. Some leaders from the Kabbalah Center are said to have claimed the water has the power to cure diseases including cancer and AIDS. Madonna has been a devout follower of Kabbalah, a mystical offshoot of Judaism, since the late 90s. Pampered pups. Well, admittedly, celebrity socialite Paris Hilton isn't a billionaire, but Paris Hilton's dogs live a better life than most humans. She revealed that she purchased the lavish dog house back in 2009, and paid $325,000 for the privilege. The property is 2-story and built in Spanish colonial style. It features a second-floor balcony that gives its pup residences a beautiful view of Los Angeles. The interior is bright pink, as to be expected, with a black wrought iron staircase and a, wait for it, chandelier. To protect against the Southern California heat, the entire mansion has built-in air conditioning that is controlled from the exterior of the house. The dog mansion currently homes all 5 of her dogs, but there's plenty of room for more. And while we're on the topic of pampered pups, take a look at the most expensive dog collar in the world sold by the company I Love Dogs. Also called the Bugatti of dog collars, this diamond dog collar even deserved its page on Wikipedia. It was internationally covered by media as no other collar has compared to the Amour Amour so far. The design of the 52-carat collar made from 1,600 diamonds resembles a chandelier. Its centerpiece is a precious 7-carat flawless stone. Platinum, white gold, and crocodile leather were also used to create the incredible record-breaking piece of jewelry. It's hard to say whether the collar is worn by any pup today, but we know whose dog had a chance to try it on. The lucky pet belonged to reality star Holly Madison, who agreed to provide its lovely doggy for a Fido-friendly magazine cover shoot. What's the most expensive, useless thing you've ever bought? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.